Welcome to JMR Talks. Today we will look at communication, effective communication, what's its importance in what called strategy execution. As we all know, communication is essential for effective management as well as what called strategic execution. Now what is communication? Communication refers to a process of exchanging information, ideas and thoughts between what called two or more what called individuals. When we look at the what called successful people, we find that their number one skill is ability to what call communicate effectively. Be it creating a what call small talk or negotiating what call successfully, what call effective communication, what call is all the more what call important. If somebody is able to what call persuade, if somebody is able to what call connect, if somebody is able to what call convince, definitely what call he becomes what call successful. But when we say communication, it's not what I call simply about sending the message across, listening to the feedback and adapting to it, and constantly what I call improving upon it. Now, why communication what I call matters? In fact, my guru Professor Ranjan Das from IIM Kolkata used to say, communication is the hallmark of management. No communication, no management. Now, when there is effective communication, the rules are what are clear, people understand what called their responsibility, and they all together work towards what called accomplishing the what called the same goal at the what called workplace. With effective communication, the organization is able to what called communicate its vision, mission, and goals to the employees. That means there is no confusion as such. Now it is the managers, we all know that, who coordinate what called people's working. So when it comes to what we call delegating the talks or taking the feedback or communicating the goals, it's once again what we call effective communication that matters a lot. We keep talking about what we call two great management mantras, Pygmalion and Galatian effects. In these two also, once again, communication what we call matters. What is Pygmalion? Communicating your expectations. The way you communicate your expectations, what we call impacts the person's what called morale and the what called confidence. Are you trying to what called create confidence in them that they are capable of accomplishing or not? Secondly, Galatia. Sometimes it so happens that some of your associates might start doubting what called their capability, though what called they in fact they are good at what called execution. So the way you what call you communicate makes them what called know about their real worth, and accordingly they accomplish the what called goals. If the communication is not good, one cannot go far in his career. And extending the same analogy, we can say the strategy may be outstanding. If the strategy is not being communicated properly, if people are what are not told or what they don't understand, what is to be done, they may not be able to what give their best. Maybe that's the reason Professor what Philip Kotler, during one of his visit to what Bangalore, he shared a great mantra called what called CCDV. What is CCDV? Are we creating value? Are we communicating value? Are we delivering the value? Strategy is good. If people are not able to what call understand the strategy as such, their role, their responsibilities, they will not be able to what call give their best. Right. Let's look at the role of communication in strategy execution. We are in a what called competitive market, so every organization what called comes out with a what called strategy. However, what called outstanding the strategy, if the execution is not proper, the strategy is likely to fail. So what is the role of communication in strategy execution? When you have effective communication, people understand their strategy, the organization strategy, and the role what called within accomplishing or what called executing it. With effective communication, everyone starts working what called towards a goal, because the same is being what called monitored. It facilitates better decision making. People are informed, they know what's happening. It builds trust what called understanding, which is essential for creating a positive work environment. That's the reason I keep what call telling my would-be managers, involve, inform, inspire, so that they start what called perspiring. Effective communication enhances what I call coordination. The way what I call they communicate, managers are what I call able to what I call coordinate the efforts of what I call all their associates towards the same goal. Improves customer satisfaction, because the way what I call you are communicating about your products, your services, communication, customer needs are what I call understood, or what I call understood, or what I call addressed in a timely and what I call efficient manner. If there is no proper communication, the customer may not be able to what I call understand about the product features, whether it will satisfy his needs, etc. So, strategic communication is an important element of what I call outstanding what I call strategy. Parth Agnihotri, in one of his recent what I call LinkedIn posting, he mentions about the key elements of strategic communication. Having understood the importance of what I call strategic communication and strategic execution, let's have a look at what I call these what I call 5 elements. Number 1, clear objectives. The organization must not only establish clear objectives, but they must what I call communicate. People need to be what I call told what is to be done or what is expected of them. Second, target audience. Have you identified the what I call target whom you are what I call intend to what I call communicate, so that accordingly you can come up with a plan and what I call implement it? Now, having identified the target audience, have you selected the channels? When we are talking about the channels, the right media, maybe print, email, or what I call social media, or website, or phone. Next, engagement and what I call feedback. It's very essential to what I call engage what I call audience, engage your what I call people. Are you taking what I call feedback with them, so that you can what I call refine and what I call improve upon it. Boost organizational goals. The strategic communication must what I call lead to what I call increased sales, increased productivity, increased employee engagement, etc., etc., etc. So, in conclusion, we can say that communication is not only essential for successful management, but is also essential for strategic execution. It facilitates better decision making, what called builds trust, ensures effective coordination, and improves what called customer satisfaction. So, simply we can say that strategic communication acts as the what called bridge between strategic development and strategic execution. So, strategic communication is the bedrock for accomplishing organizational goals and vision. So let's hope what I call leaders in general and managers in particular understand the importance of what I call communication and work towards it. If communication is like what I call riding a bicycle or what I call typing, if you are working at it, you can definitely what I call improve upon it. Maybe that's the reason I keep telling my students, observe, adopt, and what I call improve. Observe the way what I call you are communicating. Adopt some of the what I call best practice of the people what I call you come across or the organizations, and then what I call improve. Improve is one soft skill which we all need to what I call start working on it and improve it and what I call continuously. So, given the importance of communication in management and in strategic execution, let's hope that what I call people try to what I call improve on their communication. Thank you.